Thank you, Mr. Trier, for having me. I had a very transformative experience after watching Sentimental Value at Cannes Film Festival. It was a terrific experience. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you. Tarkovsky once proclaimed that filmmaking is about sculpting time, and you have dealt with it alongside memory and history. Can you elaborate on how you perceived time as an emotional tool in the film?
Yeah, thank you for mentioning Tarkovsky. I grew up learning what I found to be essential in cinema through his cinema. So that's an important person to me. Um, Time and place. In this film, we have a place which is very specific. We have a house.
Yes.
The house is the room for all the memories and histories of the family beyond what they can speak about, beyond what they themselves see. And they are having such a hard time negotiating who they are together. The roles they've been given by each other entraps them and makes it very hard to break free, yet they are yearning to get closer, but they don't know how, right? So that's kind of how we use the spatial element and the emotional, but also the aspect of time. When you repeat shots in the same spaces, time becomes apparent because the temperament, the tempo, all of these things then suddenly stand out as away from the spatial. So that's kind of a fun thing to play with. And we jump a little bit back in time, and so we're kind of doing our own version of sculpting the history of a family through time. But I also want to say that I yearn for film to be more like music when I make them, and sometimes get frustrated by people who only talk about movies in literary terms. Because yes, I care about character, and I care about themes tremendously, but I also really care about just the mood and feeling of cinema, moving cameras, moving spaces, just feeling it and then saying, I like that. I felt something. And then not feeling that you owe everyone to have a complete rational understanding of what you experience.
So maybe we're going back from Tarkovsky to Eisenstein, which perceived film as music, right? Uh,
I
and
never believed in the dichotomy, like because the Bazanian dichotomy of continuous space and time that Tarkovsky embraced, and they saw sometimes Eisenstein as a manipulator and a propaganda storyteller. I feel that it's the mixture of the two, which you see in the film. Literally, there's a lot of montage work. I worked with the same editor, Olivier Bouguer-Coté, since we were kids in film school. All my features, and we talk about this exact thing all the time. This is a montage rupture, the dialectic of two images and imagining what's between them. But then suddenly breaking the form and going into these long plan séquences is continual time and space sequences, and not feeling that you have to choose. But that's modern cinema is a combination. And if you look at the one that really made that dichotomy work together for me is Alain Resnais. If you look at Hiroshima Mon Amour and L'année dernière Marienbad, he shows the possibilities of combining those languages to a large extent, in my view.
and I guess you play with mixing also in reality because Gustav is a documentary director, right?
Mm.
And he develops an autobiographical fiction that is rooted on his own trauma. So when he directs documentaries, he goes away from his family, and when he directs fiction, he moves toward his family. It's
Mm.
funny because I wonder how do you perceive the artist's desire, and I don't know if that applies to you also, to evade reality in order to better cope with trauma.
I think you were asking the essential question of the film.
Yes.
Is art more a place to exist and escape than a knowing motion towards catharsis? I don't know the answer, but you're asking a very important question.
I just would like to enjoy my final minute with you. You seem to be a very empathetic and humanistic artist, and you create such layered and nuanced characters that are never too easy to label. How was the process of developing said characters?
Thank you. No, that's a big question too. I love your questions there. I think it's what drives me through the process are the characters. At the end of the day, wanting to explore characters with actors and trying to find surprising moments in front of a camera, stuff that's lifelike and that you can't really repeat, unique moments. That's the goal, and to try to help and stimulate actors to take a risk so that something slightly unexpected happens with them. And then you got it on film and you can show it to someone. And I think that the primary movement of any filmmaker is showing you something. It's the emotion of saying, look at this, and that thing often being a human experience. It's not about telling a story or constructing a plot to me. It's more about look at this place and this human and this light and everything, the wind and the trees. Look at it. Isn't it interesting?
Yes. I'm sorry because I did not introduce myself. My name is Márcio Salin from Cinema com Crítica from Brazil. I have taught a class about you, about Oslo, 31st August, and I thank you very much. I was very excited to talk to you. Thank you.
No, that was great. And then you might have discovered that the house that I'm shooting in is the same house as in Oslo, August 31st.
Okay, that is
The
news.
final scene in Oslo, August 31st is the same house that I use in this film.
Okay, that is news to me. Wow.
So have a look. The hallway where he commits suicide at the end of the film is the same as Gustav's mother. So next time we talk, which I hope is soon, we can talk about those things.
Thank you very much, Joachim.